What's up, everybody? Guess what time it is? Guess what time
Ladies
it is?
and gentlemen,
Let's go.
welcome back to the Producer Lounge. We are your hosts. Us.
We are
Us.
I'm Caleb, David, and Austin over there. This is a beautiful show, I might say.
Gorgeous.
Self-proclaimed beautiful.
Yep.
We're here to talk about music production. This whole time. We're just going to chill. That's what we do every time. And today is a special episode. It's 84.
That's right.
And we have Any Heights back.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wow. Looking fly as fuck, might we add.
Has to have the all-time record for shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
to.
Yeah, this has got to be 6 or 7 by now, maybe 8.
I don't know. Last I was here at episode 69, which I was.
Oh, that's right. That's
Dude,
right.
oh, very good.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm never starting growth, but I got my 100, 150. Like I like the numbers. I'll take this one though.
Right. Yeah, 84 is not huge, but it's bigger than 69, but not really. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
When you think about
Right.
pop culture. But
We can get you for all the special ones the same way like Rogan gets Duncan Trussell.
I call 420.
Right.
Yeah, we'll get you like
Okay.
420,
Easy.
222,
as long as we smoke
111.
blunts the whole time.
Oh my god, dude, I would die.
Yeah.
I would die.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
420.
Let's make that happen.
Yeah.
Can you guys still can you guys still smoke blunts? I don't think I got it.
Yeah. I
No,
can smoke
fuck
a
no.
blunt.
I'll take like one hit and then I'm if I
It
take 2,
depends
I'm
on
gone.
the weed. I'll keep going.
If it's swag.
If
Yeah.
I'll get a headache, but if it's for the glory of the show, I'll just keep on
Oh, yeah.
trucking until
Oh, yeah. I'll go
I
deep for the
can't.
show, but
For
it's
the
not going to be very
glory.
viewable is the issue.
no,
Yeah.
no.
We will be...
Yeah, we'll need topics pre-planned. Lots of pre-planned topics.
On 4/19, National Psychedelic Day.
Bicycle day.
Bicycle Day, yeah.
I'm down with 421 too. That what was it?
Is that a thing also?
The Method Man Day After. Method Man, one of his best albums.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
The Day After 421.
Oh yeah.
the day after.
Forgot about that fucking album.
Let's go. Shout out Method Man.
Shout out.
Wu-Tang forever.
Wu-Tang forever.
For the children, just like this podcast.
Forever.
This podcast is kind of for the fucking kids.
Yeah.
But not for the fucking children.
No, for the toddler producers.
The
And-
language is a little harsh, although it is what it is, guys, okay? This is how we emphasize things. Like fucking compression. You know, it's better.
Yeah.
It's better this way. Well, how was everybody's week? How's everything going in the studs?
Good.
Week is good. Week is good. Looking forward to winding down the year, getting ready for 2023, and keep it going.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's right.
You getting lots of time in the studio? In the new house?
Yeah, definitely. I got a lot of stuff, and again, just kind of prepping for 2023. Something I didn't talk about earlier when we were outside because I wanted to save it for the podcast. Have you guys already used, and are you going to use that noise analyzer? You know,
Oh, I saw that.
I saw it. It
yeah.
looks sweet.
It does.
Wait,
It's
what?
going to be hard for me to give up Flux, but if
You see-
Noisia puts out a thing,
Well, I thought.
Wait, what?
What I like about it is, and I don't know what I like about it because I haven't used it. First of
Yeah.
all, it's $49.
oh, that's it.
Yeah, it's $49.
Shit.
I think it's on. I think it's on special right now on Plug-in Boutique. So shout out that. And then I think it can run within your DAW. I think you can put it on the master. I think it can run as like a plug-in VST.
Nice. Okay.
So I really wanted to chat with you guys about that. I thought you might know a bit more, but yeah, $49. Let's do it.
Vision 4X?
Yeah, honestly, I don't really
Yeah.
know shit about it. I saw that they put it out. I've seen a couple like TikToks of like people just like, oh my god, look at this thing, and I was like, oh cool. But yeah, I haven't really dived into it.
I'm buying it right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you really?
Fuck yes,
Let's
I'm buying
go.
this. What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So
Noisy puts out anything, and I'm a child.
Yeah.
$49 is a good.
It's a good price.
Oh yeah, it's
not-
amazing.
And-
yeah.
Not bad. Honestly, I got Flux on a good discount. They always had good discounts. I think
pitch.
I got Flux for like maybe like 60, 70 bucks. Like,
Oh, that's solid.
they discount it every once in a while.
That's solid.
Honestly, some of my favorite plugins to buy are visual ones because I don't need. I have all the plugins I need for making sound things sound good, making fun sound design things. Like randomly, there's one thing that'll do something fun, but for the most part, like I have everything I need.
That's kind of
So
how
I like different ones that like portray like the sound in a new way. I think that's fun.
That's how I feel about it too. Like I'm not using a new plugin to do anything else, but a good analyzer seems like a fun time.
Right.
Right.
Or I'm really hyped on any plugin that just like looks fun. Basically, it looks like wacky or artistic and like it's inviting in that kind of way. And I'm like, oh, it's just a weird like experimental thing.
Depends
or
on
something.
how expensive it is.
You see, that's
Also
kind
that.
of where I'm at, where it's just like Ableton looks more fun to me than ever.
Let's
So,
go.
Yeah, like,
Are those also traffic lights?
yeah, those are traffic lights.
Looks like a weird optical illusion.
Yeah, those are traffic lights. So damn, I was hoping you guys have a bit
Not
more.
a robot.
Dude, Vic is
Wild.
less of a robot than me. Let's go.
Definitely not a robot. All heart, baby.
Robot.
All heart.
Vic was showing me some tracks earlier, and goddamn,
Ah.
our boy is fucking figuring it out, and it's so good. We were talking about how all of us have been like fine tuning our own little like lanes and like really finding our like artist spark kind of thing, and it's so sick to see everyone just
Coming into their
Get
own,
there.
right?
Yeah,
Finding
coming
their
in.
artist spark.
Even
yeah,
it's
Wow.
yeah.
everybody's
You'd love that one, Dave.
everybody's figuring it out.
Yeah,
It's so much copying for so long, where it's like it's nice when
Yeah.
it's still copying, but it's nice when it's the conglomeration of, I don't know if that's a word, but the conglomeration of copying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just copying
totally.
so many
Dude.
different things.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
Conglomeration nation.
yeah.
Conglomeration Nation.
How many times do you have to prove that you're not a robot?
I apparently have an account, and
Doesn't
I
trust
don't
Caleb.
know what my password is.
Oh, nice.
So
Just remember, I
we're
saw it was
just gonna have to
$49.
wait.
Could just do it
Aeon,
later.
Yeah, it's gonna have to
Aeon
wait.
Voyage, is that how he says it? Yeah, Aeon Voyage, he posted it on Instagram yesterday. I'm like, that looks cool. I wouldn't have even known about it, but then I looked into it a little bit more today, and it kind of looked rad. It looked really cool.
Right.
It looked different
Can know
enough
if it's
from
on or off.
Flux, where it's just like Flux looks very like clean and like precise, and not that this one doesn't, but it looked like it had enough new features where
Here,
it was just
let me just go back. To
different
so
and
people
unique,
can see it.
and also $49
Yeah,
is a good price.
It's insane, and fucking it's from Noisia. Like,
Yeah,
Wait.
if
you
I-
know, it's
spelled
gonna be
that
all the
so
things you could
wrong.
ever want from it and more.
you see, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I'm curious. And of course, Kyle, Aeon Voyage, shout out the homie, is on that shit instantly.
Yeah,
Dude, I
I
was
saw,
so
I saw
happy-
his posts. Yeah.
I was so happy for him the other day. I was just like cruising Bandcamp. And like what I do on Bandcamp when I'm looking for like new music sometimes is I'll find, I know the music that I like that's new and really cool. And then I'll go and like find the people that support that. And then I kind of listen to what they listen to. And I sent him a message because on somebody that I was looking through, I saw his track on it. Like, they were listening to his track, and I was just like, hey,
To
dude.
Kyle's?
Yeah, I was just like, hey man, like found you on Bandcamp. He's just like, yeah, it's been on there for a while. I'm like, I don't think you get it though. Like I was like looking at a random person that was like,
that's so sick.
like it wasn't just. I know you're on Bandcamp. Like
yeah,
I know,
yeah.
like it was a bit cooler than that. And I,
Let me rephrase myself.
like we were deep. I was on a deep search,
Yeah.
and somebody was supporting you. Like it wasn't. I wasn't just looking for you. Like
Yeah.
somebody
Fucking-
else found you.
Yeah.
and I was happy about it.
and then you
That's
happen
sick.
to find that. That's
That's
so
beautiful.
Sick.
But yeah, it was a miscommunication where I'm just like, I'll tell you next time I see you.
It's funny.
Shout out Kyle. He deserves way more recognition.
He's fucking good.
Shout
Dude,
out
he's
Aeon Voyage.
insane.
Good.
Yeah.
He's fucking
All of his
Oh, yeah,
past
he's so
releases
good.
have been so fucked up.
good. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fucking
he's really
good.
fucking
man.
good.
They're insane.
So, you guys want to see something fun about this video?
Not
Yeah.
really.
I bet you do. So this
do.
is Nick from Noisia, and he's talking about
plugin.
something.
So here we have a simple setup of a
A
kick.
simple setup. Do you have a good?
If you'll
Swedish
notice-
do you have a good Swedish accent? Are they Swedish? Am I making
No,
that up?
they're Dutch.
That's the same fucking thing.
No, well,
It's the same
descendant
fucking
of
thing.
Vikings, yes, but different. You'll notice if you look closely, he's using Bitwig, which is,
Well, obviously.
God,
drum
they're
and
just
a
losing
bass.
brain cells in their old
And
age,
the bass
apparently.
is being
I didn't know we were still
Going
on
for
this shit.
Bitwig, huh?
Never leaving it.
Yeah.
wait a minute.
being sidechained by the kick, and we're analyzing the complete signal.
It's like a
with Vision
sidechain
4X.
video, yeah.
So here it is. So you
full
can
screen
tell a
this?
lot from this already. You can see here the kick and the bass playing, and you can see the waveform here corresponding with the spectrogram. Now you can see here that our sidechain release is a little bit too long, so we can go in. And as it's playing, we can just adjust it.
Oh, it's pretty clean, actually.
And then we can also see that there's phase dovetailing here, like the way it crossfades from the kick into the bass. Looks good here, doesn't look so good here. So let's go into Serum quickly.
I've watched
Anyone notice
hours.
he called it dovetailing?
And adjust the
Uh-huh.
phase
I like
to the
that.
bass.
Yeah.
I need just to just phase the bass, yeah. 100%.
Sick.
It's
Yeah,
all
that's-
fat through the
That's how I
transition there.
So
Side
as you
chain
can
all the
see,
time.
you can
I just sit
immediately
there
see
and
what
do
actual
that
effect it
on
has
my,
on your mixing. And the
oscilloscope.
peaks and troughs that you create here have a big impact on your final mix. So being able to do this and
He went over that in one of his tutorials on Patreon. He's like, and then you just fuck with the phase, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, you're like, oh, of course.
And now, like, every time I can get a perfect sidechain, like, fast as fuck. Because it's just, like, tighten it up, and then I just sit there and fuck with the phase till it's acceptable. And then you just move on with life.
Mm-hmm.
I think the
fucking
the
brilliant.
reason I make like simple music is because I didn't use analyzers for ever, and like I didn't have good ones, so it's just like, all right, just not put a lot of stuff in here.
Let everything breathe
Right.
on its own.
Right.
You don't have to do as much
Right.
mixing. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just not put a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah.
Or listen.
Use your ears, yeah. When they're developed.
Overrated. Overrated.
Yeah.
Using your ears producing is overrated. dude.
Yeah. That's also
Who does that these days?
yeah, boo. It's also not a bad thing at all to make simple music. You know, everyone ever has always said like keep it simple. Keep it
Right.
simple, stupid. Keep it
Everyone
minimal.
ever.
Everyone ever, you know.
I used to be real like self-conscious about it, and then over the last year, it just like it really started to feel. And again, I still don't think I'm like a producer's producer, and I think everybody else's music is cooler, but I think that's just like how everybody feels. And then also, it's just in doing that, it's like all right, I love simple music. Like how fresh can you make an idea
Yeah.
as simply as possible, and then creating like the movement in that, like it turned into like its own journey over the last couple years for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a long time to figure out how to do that, though.
Yeah.
Man, it
Takes
definitely,
a long time.
it definitely does. It definitely,
But it's
does.
worth it. It's worth it in the long run
It really is.
to be
Yeah.
able
I
to
think-
fucking pull off just a riff that's sick.
The
And you're like,
problem with like simple stuff is it's like the space, right? Because you got to get all like the space in it, and
Right.
it needs to sound deep. And that's actually what took me the longest, where it's just like stereo's easy, like the concept of it's easy, like left and right.
Depth is
what
hard.
took me a long time was depth's like a bit harder to understand, and like how to
Yeah.
accomplish like depth and space
Right,
in a
right,
mix. And that's really that's the impact of like simple music. You're not gonna
Yeah.
get it with just being simple, but the space you create in it kind of turns into its own thing. It still sounds full, but yeah, the depth took me a long time for sure.
Right.
What
right.
do you do for depth?
Ooh, the far away rack. So it's actually kind of an interesting thing. So in Ableton, you can make it with anything though. So imagine just an EQ, and then it's a shelving filter on the low end and then the high end, and then a little bit of reverb. So as the reverb goes up and
okay.
dry and wet, the shelf goes down on both the high and low, and then you just turn it up and it just tucks it back.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Nice,
so
nice.
that's like, and the far away rack. I didn't make that up. Like I
You
learned that one
could-
from Bill Gates.
Yeah,
but-
you could have like a compressor on there that's like a 2-to-1.
The compression
that,
works too.
like,
I learned that from you guys.
That like just slightly dig into the threshold.
Yeah, you want less peaks.
Yeah.
Fucking fast.
But it's just like a 2-to-1. It's not huge. It's just
Right.
slightly just kind of tightening it as
Yeah.
it goes away.
That goes back to the thing though, where it's just a harder thing to like understand and perceive too, right? Like
Right.
Like left and right's easy.
it's-
Listening for like something that's far away, it takes a little bit longer to develop that ear and like hearing it.
I feel like there's
Yeah.
an optical illusion you have to achieve as well, because you can't. The depth you're actually making isn't really that depth. It's that deep. Excuse me. It's like it's not actually in terms of like where the stereo field is. Like even when you're listening on really nice speakers, like the depth isn't really that far. You can have something soaked in reverb that's really far away, but really it's kind of still just soaked in reverb right here, kind of thing. So you have to
True.
like figure out how to do both simultaneously, like have things layered throughout this like shallow pan that you have to operate in, but then give the illusion of things like panning around and being like really far off in the distance with like compression and fucking peak
Yeah. Like
top
taking
and low
away the
fucking
highs
shelving and shit. Yeah,
is
it's
like a
huge.
really good way to get rid of, like, to make something feel like it's behind you.
right.
Because your ears are pointed forward. They're going to hear
Right.
highs more forward than they are backwards. So pulling out the highs does that
Right.
kind of shit. The compressing a lot.
That's interesting.
And
I never
like-
thought of it as behind, but it is. It does sound behind. I always think of it as like tucked back, but it actually sounds like behind.
Well, yeah,
I
especially
just
with the
like, when I
highs.
think of depth, I'm always like, how do I get it like over there?
That's funny because I think of it
love
like
Super
over
hard.
there.
I think of the same way. Like
I think of it
deep-
that
I
way.
do think of it
Yeah.
that way as well.
Damn, that's crazy.
I like both though.
Yeah,
I like to
both.
think of like, how can I make it sound like it's going over somewhere behind me?
Yeah,
I can kind
is
of get
fun.
that with panning, but a static sounding behind you is hard. Like I can make something spin and make it feel like it kind of like goes.
Oh,
behind
I'm
you.
never fucking. Yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
It's-
it's hard to kind of tuck.
it's
something.
it's a
Yeah, it's an
auditory illusion.
Yeah, an auditorial.
Going back
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
your
Editorial.
Auditorially.
It's editorial.
illusion.
auditory was the right word.
Editorial solution.
An
That's for
editorial
Solution.
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 Audolution.
And
Dilution.
A delusion.
auditory delusions.
but
Brought to you
going
by
back to
Audolution.
400.
That's
going
it.
back to your panning thing, man. Also, I make like really I make really mono mixes, and that helped out a lot in terms of creating space. We've talked about this before, but a lot of shit, like everybody like pans out like super far, especially like high end kind of stuff. And I think like giving focus towards the center of the mix kind of brings emphasis to stuff that you place a little bit more strategically left and
Exactly.
right.
It's contrast.
So like you can have like a really centered mix that can still sound wide if you
All you need is like two elements that go wide.
yeah, every once in a while too.
Right.
And I love that when it's like a really mono mix. And when I say mono, just like more centered,
Right,
more
right,
centered.
right.
It's not
Tucked.
mono, more centered. And then I always find in that, like it's one of like turned into one of my signatures that gives me like one chance in the song and I never know when it's gonna be, and it always presents itself where it's just like, ooh, I get like there's one good noise where it's just like that's the
Just
hard
pan
pan
it.
left to right.
Yeah.
That's the hard pan left to right. And
Oh,
and it's always it just feels so good when it like it presents itself. I don't even get to pick it. You know, it's just like, oh, that's the one where it's just like, hey, we're playing 3D, motherfucker. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that fucking pan. I love that fucking pan.
It's such a good
So
feeling.
fun.
Yeah.
That's what I think Ableton kind of actually fucked up a lot with that. I wish Ableton, can you make mono tracks in Bitwig? Or is it, you know how Ableton, like every track defaults to like a stereo track? Unless like you can record in monophonically like through an interface and it'll be an individual channel. Everything is stereo by default. Like any plugin, any drum rack, anything you bring into Ableton, it's a 2-channel thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it
know
like
what you mean.
and older consoles, like for an example, like a analog mixing desk or Pro Tools or anything like that, it's not like that. So that's a hard thing to tame when you're first getting started. At least it was for me, because everything starts as stereo, even though it still might be mono and like some mono. It's a harder thing to tame in Ableton just because you don't have the option to like put things in the middle. Whereas like when you were recording audio monophonically into an analog mixing desk, it just lives there. Like it lives in the center, and then you can
If
place
it's
it.
stereo though, and both channels are doing the same thing, then it is just mono, right?
So yes, it can be mono, and like it'll be actually. Can we do a test? I don't know.
What? You want to test?
A kick drum. Let's do like a kick drum, and how it looks on like Isotope. What's the one where it just shows you the stereo field? Imager.
Imager, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be like an easy one where it's just. It would be mono still, but it just gives you more ability to play in stereo and Ableton.
Just to like make something mono.
Yeah, in Ableton.
Well,
You can do it with utility, but I'm just saying,
Right.
like at the get-go, you kind of are always dealing with stereo and Ableton. So learning how to
right.
like,
I think that's the way Bitwig is.
Yeah.
I think it's stereo all the time.
It was just interesting. Like it was very interesting. Like the more centered I get in my mix, the more I notice that it just like tightens things up, and then I get to play with the space a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. You realize how much room you actually have in the stereo field.
Yeah, for like the splashes and everything, and like
Yeah.
it can kind of be disassociative. Like the more shit you have like going on out there, where it's really like nice and it's nice when everything's like tucked in. You know, like it feels good. It like doesn't everything feels close. Close is probably the wrong word, but
I get what you're saying, though.
feels
Yeah.
like it's intentional.
Yeah.
Intentionality, like with intentionality is kind of like everything. But
Right. Yeah.
Tangent.
Tangents. Let's go.
We've been just full tangent mode this whole time.
I know. It's been great.
What's going on here? What are you doing, Caleb?
This is the only way.
Noise
I
is
have an
spectrum
input.
analyzer. It changes your operating system.
This is the only way I have to get an imager.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can do the same thing with you, like whatever one you use, like Flux, any of them that just show you like stereo.
Yeah, this is the only one I have right now.
That's actually a neat one in terms of like where it's at on the screen.
Yeah, it's
but...
mini too.
Yeah.
So there's your mono,
Okay, so yeah,
Kick.
you see, it's still mono.
but it's kick too, so it's gonna be kind of
Wait, is that mini meter?
millimeter.
You got it?
Yeah.
You
I
got
mean, the
mini
signal just
meters?
is mono.
That's so cute. I love them.
And then if you have it like
My bad.
it
You're
could be like a wide signal that he sends to that.
So
It's just that kick drum itself is a mono kick drum.
yes, so I understand what you're saying. It's just I think that all I meant is that like it took me a long time to Ableton didn't really like let me. I always thought to make everything fucking wide, and like that might have just been like a flaw in my logic.
No, it's fun to make things wide.
Yeah, no, it sounds
And it's
better when
like-
they're wide.
Yeah.
On when you
It's
first.
the first
hear
thing
shit.
you learn, right? Like it's the idea
It's
of like
easy to hear it,
yeah.
which is fun. So it's like a thing that's easy to like go and use, but then you realize at some point like, oh, I need to like tame
Right.
this, and then you probably tame it too much, and then you have to bring it back out wide again.
Exactly,
Yep.
but there's
And
certain
over
like
and back and
scenarios
forth.
where it's just like I've noticed on reverb, for example, like sometimes when you use like a plate reverb, like let's say a convolution like reverb that has a plate setting, like no plate reverb just in like how it existed in analog form was ever going to be stereo. It was like a mono reverb. So like sometimes even a mono reverb is like very nice, you know, where it's
Oh, yeah,
instead of
I
just
do
like,
that all the
totally.
time.
Yeah.
Well, that's a way to make something feel far away, make it
Yep,
more mono.
Exactly. But also close. Like it's close and far away.
Just like understand
Loud. What do you mean close?
Mono.
You see,
Oh.
do you think mono sounds further away or close?
Both.
Both.
What?
Yes.
You're blowing my mind. How explain?
Me being like really close to your face is going to be pretty mono.
It's right in front of your face.
Yeah, it is doing some stereo, but it's not like me being on one side or the other or behind you. It's going to be, I'd say it's like 80-20 almost, or maybe.
It's also going to be
Less, but-
very stereo,
Right,
but just because, well, depending on what
How we
room
hear
you're
is-
in,
right,
you know.
But then-
if you're in a big room,
right.
it'll be very, very stereo, like in massive
Right.
amount of delay.
But then super far away is also mono.
Mm-hmm.
Mono-ish. More mono. You know? Because it's very far off in the distance.
All the sound has collected, and you're just hearing it from one spot, basically.
Yeah, right.
If it's far away,
Really? I feel like, well, depending on the
it has
environment.
broke up and then gotten to your ears, so it kind of is just like
Yeah. It's
Oh,
like a
okay. I
blanket.
see what you're
single-
saying.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a single thing. Like it's maybe stereo, but it's not wide. Like we're talking about width right now. We're talking about like things that are
it's interesting.
non-organically wide.
So I think very few things in my mixes are like wide.
Right,
Like
right.
everything's pretty like narrow, and then like
Right,
I,
which I think is
splash
natural.
with wide. I
Right,
splash
right.
with wide.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Splash with wide. Splash
Those
with
dude
wide,
reverb
bro.
sends are
People
life.
are just like, what the fuck are they talking about?
That's your tip for the
We
day,
splash
folks.
with wide.
Splash
right.
with width.
Splash with width.
And then the thing that was the biggest bummer to me, which you guys have known about for years and didn't tell me about, I didn't know was dude, fucking hi-hats. Like hi-hat samples are like super wide, and it's just like, no, bitch, like put those up.
Yeah, tighten them up.
Tighten them up.
Yeah.
I told you guys, I'm just like, dude, I found this breakthrough, and they're just like, yeah, dude, I've been doing that forever. I'm like, what the fuck?
Not
man?
forever, but
You're like, God damn it.
What the fuck? I just like got this changed the game for me. Like, just like I don't,
Making hi-hats wide is probably fun though.
it is fun, but it like fucks it up.
it's not fun.
It like it makes the track
not fun, dude.
flimsy. It makes it flimsy.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
You need your rigid things kind of more centered. You know, your really rigidy things.
Yeah.
Like most transient
Yeah, if
things
anything,
sound
pan it.
better mono.
Don't make it wide, but pan it.
Do you guys have like a little bit of width?
You have
or
to
is it
pan from
full
like a
fucking-
center
Just-
place for it. You got to pan from a center place, though. You know, like
Yeah.
if you're panning like a wide thing that already exists, which
Right.
a lot of hi-hat samples, like especially I noticed like Schematics ones are like they just start like super wide.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Most hi-hat
Gross.
samples. Yeah.
So what do you guys use? I'm a lazy producer. I've just isotope imager on everything. Psh, mate, let's go skinny.
Nice.
I like my basses to look like a little carrot. You know, just like a little
That's
thing.
adorable.
What do you guys use to? Do you guys use isotope imager? What do you guys use when you need to tidy it up? Get it?
After you, boys.
I just
Weight
use,
Watchers for like Weight Watchers for your hats.
Your stereo image.
I'll
That's a
just-
great
A
fucking
lot of times
plugin.
I'll just use an EQ to like shape what's going into the sides, and then I'll just listen
Yeah.
most of the time.
You guys are
Um,
like smarter on that shit than I am for sure.
I don't know.
So
I'm
you'll
just
EQ
anal
out
about
the
it.
sides and then
Yeah.
just whatever exists in the middle naturally.
Yeah, I'll like shape it that way, and then if I need it to be more wide,
One knob. I'm like one fader.
no.
You're in the middle.
But it also depends. Like everything needs contrast, so it's like I go through. There's a whole stage while I'm making a track where I don't worry about width that much. I just like write the thing, and then I'll go through and be like, all right, what can be like panned around, and what can be wide, and what can like kind of contrast with each other and move around and fun shit. But in terms of
Totally.
what you were asking, Austin, like how much center do you have? Like, I'll pan my drums around within like a 10% kind of thing. Like my kick is mono, my snare is like 5 or like 2 to the left or the right or whatever fun thing I feel like. Hi-hats will live.
Wait, your kick is kind of to the side?
No,
Is that
the
what you
kick is centered.
Oh, you said
snare,
snare to the
yeah.
side. Okay.
And then the
Mix that
hi-hats
up
are
in
kind of
my
like
brain.
5 this way, 5 that way, 3 this way. Like it's kind of like slightly, if I care, so sometimes I forget. And the sample already has a little bit of width, which is fine.
Yeah.
And then most of the time when it comes to the width in the drums is the off snares or the off claps. Those would be like 20 and 20, like a little kapa. But they're usually on a pan, so they kind of move around and get to have fun in the track the whole
Yeah.
time.
I can
A
see how
pan
that's
with a random LFO on it, just
It's the
making
most
it
fun.
go everywhere.
Especially when
it
it's like-
wants to.
It's like 20%.
Yeah.
So it's just fucking just dancing around the middle.
So I have pretty bad tinnitus. So like when I'm doing like my hi-hats, it's actually kind of a problem because like I have to turn up the hats to a place where it's not where it's going to be mixed. And then like I turn them down and like a lot of times I can't even hear them. And like I make my hat patterns like real aggressively just where I'm like, okay, that's the hat pattern. And then I turn it down and then oftentimes in the mix, I'm not even hearing it. But can you show me the panning thing? Because I know a lot of people do that.
Oh, sure.
I remember I was chatting with Champa one day and he was like, I know a lot of people do that, but it's just like I don't have as much like flexibility just because like I don't hear that shit.
All right. So let's get rid of this. Is this fan helping you? You're fucking over here in a suit and a sweater. I feel bad, dude.
Am I sweating? What are you? Do
I don't
bad
know.
On, do I look
Man,
bad
it's
on
not
your camera
hot.
feed? Jesus,
I'm
man.
It's
also-
not hot, dude.
All right, bro.
Jesus Christ,
Dude.
man. Come on, I'm asking about panning, and you're telling me I look bad. Asking about fucking.
I
pan-
like quit sweating
hey,
on our
Victor, hey,
mic.
Victor,
Vic.
you look shiny right now.
Did I
Here,
say you look bad?
Let's put the fucking fan on you,
Bruh.
No big
Bruh.
deal.
Bruh.
Also, guys, look, it's
Bruh.
8:08 right now. Boom.
It is 808. Good call. All right, let's find a hi-hat pattern here. Where's the mouse?
Because show me this shit.
Sorry, I keep hitting your fucking microphone.
Like an AutoPan or just. I guess I'll see.
Yeah, what is Bitwig's version of AutoPan?
a utility
Utility.
with a modulator.
Oh.
This is perfect.
Do whatever you want. You pan it however you like.
All right, we'll just put this in hats and we'll loop it. No, you guys are about to be like, oh, duh.
Oh, duh. Yeah, you're right.
MAutoPan, baby.
Is that one of the free ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at those
So
mini
let's turn it
meters
all
go.
the way up, and then basically you can either customize it or you just add these fucking steps,
Damn.
which
Okay.
is what I always fucking do. And then you smooth it out.
Let me see it in the Spectrum Analyzer with it off real quick.
Oh, it's up there.
No, I
Fine.
know, but let me see. I can see it with it off. Okay.
Which we could just do this too.
Nobody wants to watch you make a tech beat right now, dude. Just kidding.
Let's go. Hang on, I gotta move this.
We did make one that we made into a track
Yep.
Yeah.
on the
It's true.
pod the other day.
That's a
Yeah.
dope. I have faith in y'all.
That they're going to be
So-
playing this Thursday here in Denver. Come check it out.
Wait, so you'll turn the where did that width come from? Just a utility?
No, I just turned the width down.
Okay.
Yeah, so now there's no width.
Okay.
This is before. Now I just made it mono. I'm gonna turn up
I see,
Sonarworks.
dude, I like mono drums. Let me see that pan though.
So this thing is auto panning. We need to slow it down.
The meter.
Okay, I get
And
it.
then we'll just turn the depth.
That's a really like reactive meter.
Yeah,
Now it's just look,
That's
see?
sweet.
Now look at the meter. Now
No,
it's
that's
just
good,
dancing
that's
around
good.
20%.
and it's like nice and slim still though. I like it.
Right. It's fucking beautiful. And this thing takes up no processing at all. It's the fucking best, dude.
No, good.
MAutoPan is the shit.
That's exactly what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's all in this little thing right here, the step. This is what gives you those little fucking
Yeah.
little 20%ers.
And then I think you could make your own shape in it also,
yeah,
right?
you can.
If
How
you
much does
want to
that
get
top
real
analyzer
cray
cost?
cray.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be so aggressive. It just
Silence the room, Caleb.
sorry, guys. That was fucking.
You said how much is what?
A top analyzer cost.
Oh, it's like 15 or something, right?
Yeah, there's like $12.99 or something.
Dude, mini meters. They're
Yeah.
so cute
Dude,
and they're
I-
sick.
The only
yeah.
bummer is as you stretch it, like the fucking EQ gets all small.
Oh, and you can't change that amount?
Wait, dude, all I really want, I like those ones. The one on the far left. I like those real-time analyzers.
Right.
Because, dude, what
Kinda
you guys,
change it,
what
but-
you guys always talk about in Bitwig, like I find like what's cool about Ableton to me is like Max for Live. Like I fucking love like I
Totally.
like that. That's what's cool about Ableton to me. So like all the modulators, I know they're built in Bitwig, and like I won't hate on Bitwig. I just don't got time to learn. I don't got time to do anything. But it's just
Ain't got time for that.
yeah, like
Understood.
all the I got
This is the best
I
part,
got a
though.
puppy dog. But okay.
Got a puppy.
Just sit here and real time analyze what's coming through the fucking interface.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Oh, let's go.
So I can analyze tracks on Spotify and shit,
Yeah.
which is sick.
No,
as
that's
fuck.
cool. That's
Oh,
cool.
that is nice.
It's super nice.
You guys are. I have learned.
Yeah.
I have learned stuff with you all over the last. I can't. 43 minutes.
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Is there an
folks.
M multiband autopan? Were we talking about this the other week?
I think so.
Because that's what you're trying to do with the circle thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think I was
yeah,
telling
yeah.
you. I
Go
can't
back.
remember the plugin we talked about. John, if you're still here, hook a brother up. We were talking about some sort of like stereo field panner thing where you
Dude,
could do multiband.
Guaranteed they make one in Max for Live. Do you geek out on
Brother
Max
do.
for Live?
I really don't.
Dude, go to the Max for Live forum and find a multi-band like stereo panner or like
Dude.
surround panner. I guarantee they make one. Like,
Right.
dude, these cats are.
Yeah, Max for Live dudes are slaying it. You
It-
always get me hyped on it every time we talk, and then I always just never do anything about it.
Like,
I did get Duck Buddy though. We
Duck-
talked about Duck
it's
Buddy on
fantastic,
69.
right?
Yeah,
It's
Duck
n-
Buddy's fun.
Yeah, it's really good for internal in Ableton sidechain compression.
I mainly just not like it for the name, Duck Buddy.
Fuck yeah,
Duck
dude. That's what I'm
Buddy.
talking about. Dude, I'm way more likely to use a plugin that just like
The silly ass dumb
that just
name.
like silly, man. Like,
I love that. Yeah.
I like
You gotta-
doing like dude the silly stuff, dude. Like it's like
Gotta keep it
music's getting
playful.
fun again. Like I felt like for a little bit in like 2010, like it was just like, oh, okay, we have all the tools to go like complex and like I went to Complextro and like DMB, and dude, I wasn't a fan of DMB for a long time, but it's just like I'm finding like all these old cats, like Breakage. I found, for example, was like a recent one where it's just like, dude, this simple stuff, man. Like people are just doing cool shit with oscillators and everything, and like that's what I really geek out about. That's like when it's most fun, man. Like when you can like dumb it down. And just do like simple, cool stuff.
Dude.
And just be playful.
MAutoPan Multiband does 6 bands.
Oh my God.
For $21.
Caleb, you're going to make me cream.
Everything can
I think I have auto multiband.
I think I have creamed.
I think I just did cream though.
You can
live. Always 400 first. And always 400 first. Our first live cream.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Content cream pie.
I was gonna say, what was it called? Content cream pie.
Like,
first live cream.
First live cream. There needs you guys need to add another sound effect on the MIDI fighter.
Content cream pie.
Whatever Austin's cream was.
Hey, John, do you have this?
God damn it.
Psyscope. It's from Melda.
Psyscope? Is that what it was? Yeah, because I think it was a little different than the MAutoPan Multiband. I remember it being kind of a weird name.
No, he's talking about a scope.
Maybe it was just this then. I need to play with it. Also, shout out Melda, because goddamn.
Dude, they killed it, right?
Melda's
Wayshaper changed the game for being like, I fucked with the... Dude, sometimes adding multi-bands is like not even needed, man. It's, it's too complicated for me. Like, I don't need multiple bands. Like, give me one and like, let me see what I can do with it. I haven't even perfected one. I haven't perfected one. Don't give me 6.
Yeah.
You just want to get some shit out of your way sometimes.
Yeah, like, dude, come on. It's just like, dude.
Honestly, a 2-band, multi-band, like a grouping of sorts is so helpful to me. If I can just go, I'm going to put it on the top end, and then I'm going to just feel around for what I want to distort and what I don't want to distort, or I want it to be on the low end, whatever.
I'm somewhat joking. That's actually when I've seen it been most helpful. When I actually find like utility out of a multi-band, like Waveshaper, for example, is on like drums, like getting the hi-hats, like wave shaping those a bit more.
Right.
Like, but
right, being specific.
it was like half a joke, half serious. Like, dude, I don't like too many options sometimes.
No, I know.
Too.
I know you don't.
Is this shit fucking free right now?
The shit for
Pro. What's in the free version, Mr. Restraint?
John.
How much is Pro? This thing looks sick as fuck, dude. Look how fucking clean this looks.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Oh, I don't like.
Look
Oh yeah,
how
dark
fucking-
theme all the way.
I
Light
don't know,
theme makes it look like it's from the 90s. Dark theme is instantly
Which
just like, oh, it's modern.
It's almost back, dude. It's almost back.
I know. I'm gonna be so bummed for the next like 8 years.
This product is only. How much is the? Guys.
You know, let's just see how much money we can get Caleb to spend during this hour.
How much? 27.
I made all this. Let's go.
Let's just see how much money we can get.
cheaper.
We can get Caleb.
Honestly,
to spend.
free is good enough. He says. What's on the fucking?
Couldn't you make one theoretically? Like, why can't you make
A multi-band AutoPan?
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
surround.
totally.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You just want one that
Yeah, I've done it before. I just want to play with one that's already like pre-made just to see.
Yeah, it's just
it
fun.
probably has like different algorithms that are like intentional, a bit more aligned with each other.
Exactly,
I understand.
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, just to see what it is. But yeah, you can totally. I feel like most plugins that come out, you can do it with just stock shit if you know what you're doing, right? Oh, look at that beauty.
God dang, who made that one?
Quick word from our sponsors.
Here? I remember this one. Good stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
It's the best every time.
Welcome back. Good to have you back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the part of the show where we have a cucumber come out and sing a silly song.
Oh, Cucumber, where you at? Come on, buddy. Oh, he's a little shy right now.
But no, for real, multibanding anything is kind of easy. But always having a separate plugin for it, I feel, or any plugin that does a very specific thing, that it's built to do is always kind of fun. It's like, I don't know, it's like a Swiss Army knife, but it's, you know, like you have your Swiss Army knife, which is your DAW, basically. It can do like all the things. You just got to like jig things right to make it do the thing.
Right.
Where you could just go buy a machete, and you're like, well, look at the machete, dude.
Dude, a machete and a Swiss Army knife are like not the same
Okay.
thing at all. Just machete.
Obviously, that's what he was trying to do. is
Right.
Show a contrast.
Correct.
Okay,
The machete is a multiband plugin that's cool, and you're like, oh, and they're like, you can still cut down a tree with a Swiss Army knife. It'll just take you a while.
I misunderstood the analogy at first. I get it.
Caleb,
It
you
is
ever,
going to take you a while with the Swiss Army
Sitting
knife.
flat.
That is for sure.
You guys ever
With a
multi-
machete,
away
too.
at that tree.
Do you think by the
Oh,
time,
God.
do you think the tree would come down before your Swiss Army knife just like wasn't
Not my Swiss Army knife.
The tree
bro.
is this
blade.
big.
What
Not
kind-
mine.
The tree is this big.
Okay, this big? We're good then. I was thinking like a
Machete.
like a
Jesus
pine tree or
Christ.
something.
Yeah, I was thinking an
Right,
actual
right.
tree.
I'm just like,
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Not
not
a
even
branch.
No, we're in the reeds right now, guys. Damn.
In the reeds.
Calm down.
We're in the
We're in the
reeds,
reeds.
You guys ever multi-band a
Yeah.
cucumber before?
Multi-banded cucumber. I don't know what that means, but it sounds oddly sensual.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna,
I'm
We're going there.
Cucumber. Before.
baby, I'm a multi-band your cucumber. Just you wait. That's for all our male listeners out there. Our rare male listeners. This is like a female-dominated show, oddly enough.
yeah.
Obviously.
Clearly.
Because his demographic changed since episode 69.
Yes, it has drastically. It's all women now.
Everything is different since the 69.
Oprah gave us an endorsement on episode 70.
Yeah. And Vic, if you look under
Shout
your
out
chair,
Oprah.
What? Yeah.
There's a brand new puppy.
I want a car.
yeah.
Nope,
Yeah.
old gum.
No, it's a multi-band cucumber.
It just is like Poon's
He brought
gum
it
or
back.
something.
Yeah, it's Poon's gum. Beautiful.
Do you guys all have your own chairs? Like, do the chairs move, or is that your chair?
Yeah. They're pretty established, I feel like.
Yeah.
Maybe they've gotten switched around. Like,
Would you be able to tell, like, if we switch
Yes,
chairs?
yes. Only because these two are fucked. Yours has cushion, his does not.
Oh.
Unless you
that's
switched them.
Yeah, because this back corner right here is fucked.
I thought the whole
No,
thing
that's
didn't have.
padding.
I thought the whole thing didn't have cushion.
Solid
Just-
content. Right
Oh, yeah.
here,
No, it's
guys.
all.
It is. It's quality. Yeah, guys.
That's amazing.
This is the show. Get used to it. This is what you get for a freeform show.
all
Beautiful.
donations
free.
go to a cushy chair.
It's a professional show. It's free. You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
And they love the
Um,
banter. Come on.
But yes, we do have set chairs. If anyone steals my chair, I'll be so pissed.
Invigorating.
Well,
What
do you got
it's
to
on
say
his
then?
question, David.
what do you got to say then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was,
Please enlighten us.
yeah, you talk about multi-band and a cucumber, dog. Like, what the fuck?
Might as well, right? We're already here.
Dude, I used to.
Just the hour of the podcast
When
where
I
we
w-
get loopy.
Yeah.
when I was in high school, I would just like show up to school like banging that song.
Would
dude,
you
like,
really?
Windows
Oh, let's
down,
go.
dude. Like
Really?
Oh, dude. yes. DJ Panda, It's a Dream. I'm old. I'm older now. Like, dude, there wasn't this cool music, but it's just like, yeah, dude, banging it, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm
it
sure.
goes hard.
Yeah. It's a slab
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Legendary tune, that one.
Okay. Are we go? You want to go back to music, David?
daddy. Yeah, Dave. I guess we're going back to music talk.
I just was having a good time making fun of the conversation being about the chairs. That's
Just
all
being
I was doing.
completely derailed.
I don't mind it at all. Feels like we're wasting time at this point. What?
75 degrees.
I don't know. Yeah.
What's the? Okay, I got a good one. I always like this one. What's the last cool thing any of you guys learned? Anything recently, or we just been rinsing and repeating?
The last cool one we did talk about a few podcast episodes ago, but multi-band vocoding and using it like a spectral gate has been insane.
Yeah, I remember you guys talking
John
about that.
showed me this
It's a
one.
very hard one to explain.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a simple thing to make, but conceptually, it's kind of a lot. But Nasco has a whole video about it on his Patreon, I believe. It might even just be on his YouTube.
We also have a episode where we talk about it for a half hour.
Yeah,
Go check that out. It's like a couple episodes ago.
yeah, go check that
I
out. We
think
don't need to
Good luck
explain it
on
again here.
figuring it out from that.
I think
Yeah,
it's
whatever the John
no, I think
episode
it's
was
fine.
Oh,
from,
you
from
think
here.
yeah, it's fine. I think it's.
Yeah, because John explained it.
I think I titled
So
it
it's good.
Spectral Gating.
Yeah, that's been
So-
fucking super fun though.
Oh, beautiful.
It's super easy to set up, or you can just hit up Nasco for it.
Are you good at the Spectral stuff in Ableton? Like I've like played with them and like I love the tones they come out. I haven't like mastered any of like those new ones like Spectral Time, Spectral Resonator, and then what are the other ones where I'm just like seem so neat and like they seem so textury. I just like I haven't figured out how to like incorporate them quite yet.
I didn't even know there was more than the spectral
fair.
delay. There's a spectral resonator.
Are you using
Did we talk about that at one point? Because if we did, I
We don't
completely
use
forgot.
Ableton.
Bitwig has its own Spectral guys that it just came out.
Wow.
I hear Mr. Bill
Cool,
talk about
dude.
like I hear Mr. Bill talk about like that Spectral shit.
You
quite
brought
a
it
bit.
up.
Yeah.
He might have been talking about Bitwig. No, he wasn't.
Might be talking about Bitwig.
No, because the Spectral things just came out like
Spectral's
a month ago.
everywhere right now.
It's
Yeah,
like,
people are hyped
It's
on
like-
it.
yeah, no,
Every
it's
single
it's
DAW
it's
has
very
their
cool.
own version.
But I don't think anybody's figured it out yet, besides like
Right.
melodic dubstep guys.
Ooh,
They've
really? You think that's the ones?
Yeah, those guys
Oh,
have definitely
100%.
I
figured it
literally
out.
have heard
100%.
Mr. Bill say about like the. Oh, I guess he did say that he's just like I think those rhythm boys just like use
Right,
that shit.
right.
Yeah, dude,
right.
exactly. Exactly. It's a fun time.
That's
Play
how you
around
get
with
all
that
those
shit.
like shing, shing, shing. Those fucking
Yeah,
really like
yeah.
like it's like a chord and a bell and a stab and a fucking yoink all in one.
Or a bell and a yoink.
It's like it's a computer sounding noise that also isn't so static.
That's like not so
Right.
abrasive, right? It's like we were talking about the trumpet.
Right, it's
wub,
kinda got a
It's like
percussive-
it's organic sounding, but like very modern as well. Yeah.
Right, and gay.
What?
Happy.
I get,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good grief, man.
Good grief.
Settle down.
Another fun trick I've been playing with is doing frequency shifted reverb throws in parallel.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I
That
love
shit
that
is
shit.
so much
That's
fucking
my
fun,
favorite
right?
on the
Explain
very
it.
end.
Yeah.
Just
Exactly. I've been having so much fun. I'm definitely overusing it on everything just because I just found out about it and I'm just having fun, you know?
Yeah, it's huge. He told me about it. Well, I don't know if you told me, but you were like, you should pitch up or down the reverb.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
was like, oh yeah.
Yep.
Wait, so
So-
you freeze the tail and then you just pitch that one up, or what do you mean?
Essentially, yeah. You could just do like the typical reverb flatten and play around with that, pitch it, stretch it, do all that shit. The way I've been doing it though is parallel reverb with a shifter before it, so you get the shifted signal. And by shifter in Ableton, there's a frequency shifter, but you could also do it with pitch. Just go up an octave, up
Right.
7 semitones if you want to hit the fifth. Like have fun with it. And then a little bit of OTT at the end just to like pull it up a little bit more and brighten it up. And yeah, you can play around with a reverb throw
Before
after
the
your-
reverb.
Right. Yeah. So you're pitching the signal that goes into the reverb. You
Yeah,
could do
and this
both.
is-
Just
Yeah, you can do
slightly.
either.
Both
Yeah.
is fun.
This is for the tail
Yeah,
though,
right.
so like you automate
correct.
like
For the tail.
you automate the on off. You won't.
Yeah.
That's actually an interesting thing. I was doing it for a while and I forgot about it. I haven't done it recently, but I did like doing something similar with the delay. So like a delay in repitch mode.
Oh,
I
cool.
love like right when it turns, like right when it goes into delay.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like switching it from a different time signature, like I guess a better one would be like quantized ones, like eighth or fourth notes.
Yeah, and you get
then
the
you're just like,
weird.
Totally.
boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
freezing that shit. Like,
Oh, that's good shit.
yeah, dude.
That's good
Yeah,
shit.
shit's fire.
Dude, that's
That is
going
a
back
good
to
call.
that's going back to the space, dude. Like all that stuff. That's going back to the space.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
in Bitwig, there's definitely other plugins that do this, but you can put a shifter inside the reverb, whatever they would call it, like the room or whatever. So it like a reverb is just like a looped sound a lot with like EQs on it, basically. It's like so each time it goes through this chain, for every single reverberation. So
You're gonna make me cream again, Dave. Don't do it.
I wasn't listening. My bad.
if you make a noise, we could just do it real quick. It's
Yeah.
very
Why?
simple.
Why is there not a reverb that has that built into it?
There is.
Is there? Because that's a cool one.
Probably like
It would
a
be like the
shimmer
feedback-
kind of thing.
It would be
have it.
the shimmer and then the feedback function. Is that the feedback function in hybrid reverb?
No,
It's not the same thing?
necessarily.
That's just feeding the output back into the input.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
changing it each feedback signal or each
There you go.
delayed signal.
What are we doing
put,
again?
Bitwig reverb after the sound.
Or you could also make your own.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna have to take out the reverb that it has.
I do want Bitwig just to have all the modulation sources on. The synthesizers look like fun.
Right.
All right, now what are we doing on here?
In the tank effects,
Do you tanking it right now?
you just put like some sort of frequency shifter pitch thing.
It's a good looking DAW.
How about
It really is, right?
the mother load?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, you want like a very mild amount of shifting happening for it to really give a good effect.
That is almost kind of what you're talking about in a way, though, with the delay method, where you just change the timing of the delay, or if you have it on a millisecond mode. I think
Yeah.
what it's doing, every time you're changing the millisecond, which is going into the feedback, which is adding like weird pitches and extra lengths and shit.
Dude, half the noises in my songs are literally just frozen
You,
delays.
all you have to do is
same.
have it
That's
like
how I do all my
shift
like
up
squishy,
by
glurpy
however
sounds.
much.
like half
yeah.
of half
and
of
it
them
just
are,
does
yeah,
it
half of them
because
are just
it
like
hits
frozen
the
delays.
shift
It's
every
so
single
good.
time.
It's so good.
You know, it.
I do know, but I don't necessarily know what you want me to do right now, other than just make it so I don't have to like automate a bunch of things.
You don't have to automate anything. If you get rid of that and just have it pitched up by whatever 2. I don't know how this plugin works, but so it's like pitching up as it reverbs out, right?
Ooh,
Because
I
it
kinda hear it.
re-hits
Yeah, I heard
the
it.
The
chamber
reverb, yeah.
over and over. So it needs like hardly any pitching at all.
So
it
it,
just
like,
needs to like kind of get nudged in a direction,
Like-
and it kind of falls or goes up
At
or
like the
whatever.
sense
Right,
level
right.
as opposed to the semitone level.
Yeah, you go very low.
How
with
does
it
that shift
for
work?
just like a nice?
Let me hear it again.
I'm not
Start
sure
it.
how this
Zero
shift
it out
works.
and then let me like go slow.
You can hear
A
it
little
kind of
bit. Yeah.
pop up,
That's good shit, man.
which is a nice little.
That would be
Level
kind of
on
like
top.
difficult to do
If only I
in
used that
Ableton,
reverb
except
more.
for the way you were saying with like the frequency shifter.
Yeah.
But that's a frequency shifter in Bitwig.
Right. I feel like in theory you could also have delay, any sort of pitch shifter, and then another delay. Also, right? Oh no, that would just keep it stagnant.
It doesn't.
delayed.
It's not easy to just make a tank.
How do you? Okay, that's my challenge for the week. Make a tank.
Make a tank.
I
Go
wanna
for
figure
it.
that out. Yeah.
Find out next week if he made a tank.
If he
Yeah, the
makes a
delay
tank.
on Bitwig does that. This does that. There's maybe something else that does it too. I don't know.
The challenge is not automating. Like set up a rack where it just does it.
You could do it with an envelope follower. Like a long decay and then like inverse it.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That would work. Oh yeah, problem solved. That's it. Modulation. We said no
work.
automation.
Good work.
Let's go. Yeah, this will be fun. Oh, I guess grain delay kind of has a built-in one. If you have it on, do you ever mess around with grain delay?
Yes.
Yeah. If you just turn the feedback up, it constantly just feeds back upwards a bunch
Right,
from the pitch
right.
amount you set. Why does it do that? Why does Echo? You've played around with Echo. Does Echo have something like that? I never touch Echo.
Oh, dude, Echo like has Echo. You want to know what Echo is the
Echo's
best
tight.
for? Echo is a beautiful reverb.
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
And it's good for dub because it's got the.
Oh
filter.
yeah, and then it's just it's another flavor of what I use it for is my pods mostly, and then also I think echo is like a beautiful sounding like nice reverb.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, you were all hyped on it a few months ago, and you were showing me, and I played around with it for actually like a few weeks. I was all hyped on it, and then for whatever reason, it's just like out of my brain now.
It's the same thing, dude. You learn on like you use the same tricks you learned with that on something else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, when
Wonder
it
what
comes to
else
those delays, reverbs, I always just pick different shit. Always.
Yeah.
I'm just constantly like, let me do a different thing
Yep.
this
Yeah.
time.
Constantly.
I just want it to sound different.
What we were
I don't
talking
really
about.
care.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
mean to cut you off.
no, you didn't.
I feel like I did. I'm
You
sorry.
cut him on.
But- cut him on. Cut him on.
I was done.
I like echo for how we were talking about like a track delay, like creating swinging hats or something like that. I really like echo as a good. It's good when it's just millisecond value all the way turned down, and then if you need to like shift stuff around, dry wet all the way up. I like echo's like placement and like timing. It seems a bit more precise than some of the other ones.
Oh, really? So
Just
you
for
don't
like
even use like
offsetting
the
things, just for offsetting things. I offset shit a
Interesting.
bunch of different ways to try to
mix it up.
get the flavor. Yeah,
Yeah, get all the
Yep,
spices
that's
in
the
there.
sauce. That's the sauce right there.
yeah.
Find the groove.
And then what I find is like real cool is like when you, I don't know, when you start like messing with a bunch of those and like kind of just playing around with like offsets to offsets, because you
can
can
see
the
that.
only thing you can go negative offset in Ableton is on the actual track delay, and then like playing around with a couple other ones, you can get like some funny business with that.
Have you ever like LFO'd the offset time? So it, like kind of swaggers a little bit later than other ones.
Can you do it on the track delay, or are you talking about the offset on like a delay? Or...
If you did it on a delay, I don't think you can do it on.
yeah, I don't
the-
think you can do it on like the
Yeah,
like
I was
actual
gonna say, I
track
was like, can
delay.
you LFO the track delay? That'd be fucking.
That would be wild.
latency hell.
That's probably what's cool about.
Right.
That's kind of what's cool about the
Sounds like a nightmare.
The shit I
Really
wanna. That's the problem because you guys can kind of do. Is there anything you can't automate in Bitwig? Because there is like
For
things that.
sure. For sure.
Because that's the problem with Ableton. Where it's just like fuck.
Yeah,
That's
there's
a bummer. I haven't looked into this. I think you can do it with like CV. I think you can like automate like some weird parameters in Ableton that you can't do with like LFO with CV tools in Ableton.
interesting.
Yeah, I haven't explored it yet, so like I might be wrong, but like I feel like I've heard that.
That'd be interesting.
Ah, dude, I wish I could have talked to you guys a bit more about also your fucking masters, man, like master limiting and everything, dude.
What?
That's
What's
something
wrong,
I need
man?
to learn about more too.
Dude, I've
I
just
actually
been,
want you guys to master
Dude,
all my tracks.
all those songs I showed you. I'm just clipping into the.
Let me mix one of your tracks.
Also, that yeah.
Not like the masters, whatever. I'm just
Dude,
gonna like
mastering
do,
is more important than
no
mixing.
mastering. I'm gonna,
Everybody knows this. Kid.
mastering. I'm gonna throw like 50 EQs on there, trying to like do a couple moves.
I don't know if you want to mix one of my tracks. Though.
No,
Like,
I'd
I
rather
have
mix
way
it.
Too much
I'd
shit.
rather mix it. No, it'll be fine. Send me
That would
one
be
of-
a fun day.
I bet it won't be.
It won't be that bad.
difficult.
It won't be that bad. I'll make that shit hit so fucking hard, dude.
You
You want to
gotta.
do it tomorrow? Can we do it tomorrow?
No, I'm busy.
Can you not commit to like? Can you not commit
I'm busy
to like?
through like the
Yeah.
like
Till the next
year.
few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year's only like 3 weeks away though.
I want to mix a track, dude, but like I'm
I know.
busy, you
That's
know?
what I'm saying. The next few weeks,
Yeah.
because we got detox unit on Friday, so I thought I was gonna have the night off, but I was like, oh fuck, a detox unit.
Oh, that's right.
So
Shout out Detox.
shout out detox unit.
Yeah. One day though, I definitely want to like actually sit down with both of you guys, be like, show me the shit. would make this
I'll
better.
mix a track right in front of your eyes.
That'd be sick.
Easy.
Okay. Right in front of your face.
Right in front of you.
Right in
Rub
front
it
of
in
your
your
goddamn
face.
face. I mean, it's not gonna
Easy.
be. Well, we'll just go through the basics or whatever. Like a lot of it is like the finesse.
Totally.
I just
totally.
like
in
the
No, but
just
that's
the
what I
subtle
want.
moves.
Because I feel like I have the basics down. I need that extra little finessey sauce.
Yeah, but-
that Party B's got.
You might have the
probably
basics.
have the finesse.
I think an extra
It's
set of ears
just
is helpful.
knowing the process,
Mm.
how to think through the process. I feel
Right. There's a couple different things you need to.
Ooh, and you
No.
guys probably got an interesting tape because one of the cool things about your guys' dynamic is you guys have very much had to like discuss and like talk about like each choice that goes into it. And I feel like a lot of people that will like make music solo like haven't
Don't.
had to do
Right.
that. Where it's just like, oh, it's very intentionality.
Plus
Goes back to
the
that.
podcast helps for that too, because we have to like
Yeah.
form it into words, and then it helps us do it better because we'll be like explaining something we did, and then as we're saying it, we're like, that was backwards what I, just,
yeah.
what I did.
It's like, wait,
And
do I really
and
understand
then,
this?
Yeah, and then the other person's like, yeah, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't know now. Let me go check. I feel like I didn't do anything, you know?
Yeah, it's great.
That kind of shit.
Great.
That'll happen.
Yeah, the check is nice.
Yeah, it's good.
I think it was to end it off on a beautiful quote. Totally gonna butcher who it's by, but I think it was Steve Jobs, or it might have been Einstein. one of the smart guys out there. Is something like anybody can take a complex concept and explain it in like a super complex, like long format monologue way, but like it takes a genius to simplify it.
Yeah, 100%.
Back to full roundabout simplification, like we were talking
Yeah,
about
the
earlier.
track too. Yep, exactly. Make the whole idea, the creative idea. Because a creative idea a lot of time could be elaborate as balls.
Yeah.
Judging
You
by
have
my
infinite track amounts that your
first-
computer can handle.
well, not only that, but like you want to put all the ideas in one track.
Mm-hmm.
Like you always want to be like, well, this track, I guess, let's just make it go from like this really like calming build into like this ramping, energetic, fucking like extended build that goes into dubstep. But then let's break it down and go 4 on the floor.
Oh shit!
And then I would think
And then
it-
you tempo change.
I think
into
it really
psytrance?
deserves a tempo change.
Right.
Yeah,
Of course, 'cause
When
you
in
can.
reality, that's 5 songs.
Yeah.
That's not one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, calm down. Like, a riff is good. Like, you're not making metal music. Like, metal music, you kind of, like, thrash metal to be specific. Like, you need, like, an intro riff, and then you need your fucking chorus riff, then you need your verse riff, and you need your bridge riff, and then you might need a couple transition riffs. But, like, electronic music is dance music. You don't need that. You need some transitions between a riff or two, but like for the most part, it needs to be simple as fuck.
Or maybe you just make full journey music all the time.
Yeah.
And
Full
more
journey.
power to you.
Maybe that's your
I'm not
thing.
gonna-
That's true. It is
I
dynamic.
will not be around for that.
It's dynamic.
Dude, one thing I do wish you could do, I wish you could, because a lot of what I do, I'll make mud pies at like half speed. I wish you could change the speed of an individual track to be like a different tempo. than
Oh,
like the
that would
project.
be insane.
Just
How would
'cause
you even
delays
use
work,
that?
Delays work in different ways. I wish you could do that. That would be a neat feature where you can go crazier than that. I'm sure you can like find like triplet forms and everything, but I just thought that would be cool.
Just doing it in like a really subtle way.
So I've actually, that's also interesting. So if you guys record something, and one more tangent. If you guys record something,
By all means.
so if you record something at 40, if you guys record a mud pie at 40 BPM and then you speed it up to 80 BPM, are you essentially doubling the sample rate?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Depends on the pitching algorithm.
Anyway, sorry.
I would think it depends on the
I'm-
algorithm. Some might, some might not.
Yeah, it depends on the algorithm for sure.
I feel
Some
like
might keep it in tune.
I feel like
Freaking-
the repitch wouldn't double. It
I
would
feel like
stay
it-
the same, just each one's half the time now, so it's pitched down.
John says yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take his word for it. Also, yeah, the opposite has to be true too. Like
If it's not being warped.
if you half it,
Right, if it's not being warped. Okay.
yeah, if you
then
half
it's
it,
half?
then it's
Right.
yeah.
It's cutting each one in half
Interesting.
now, and now you get double. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
that explains
It's
why you get the
per
bit crushing
amount.
sound when you like really stretch something or like pitch it down a bunch. You get the weird.
Yeah,
Aliasing.
because it's making a bunch of
Wiggles.
different sample rates where it doesn't need them.
Oh,
It's granulation.
wow.
Samples.
Look
Making
at
a bunch of
that.
different samples. There we go.
I love it when we learn stuff on the pod also.
I know.
It's a great moment.
Hey, Vic, where can people find you on the internet?
On Instagram and SoundCloud, Any Heights Music. All of that.
Shit.
That
All of
is NE Heights.
HEIGHTS. Loads more coming in 2023. Guys, I really
Fuck yeah.
fuck with y'all. I think you guys are the shit. I had a good time.
And we
Yeah,
fuck
man.
with you, my
It's fucking
dude.
great every time.
You guys are cool.
Yeah.
Fucking big ups.
You guys are killing it.
Folks, smash that sub button.
Annihilate it.
Just fucking fuck the shit out of it.
Oh, fuck that subscribe
Brick
button.
the algorithm. You know what to do. We don't promote this word of mouth. We love you guys.
Always 400.com.
!Discord in the chat if you need to figure out where to go.
Yeah.
Okay?
look forward
Okay,
to
we
Annie
love you.
Height's new tracks. I heard them today. They're fucked up. Oh, can you talk about the?
Nope.